always have belief that things will work out for you. And what that means in the simplest form is that no matter what you do, no matter, even if it's like not going well, if something's working against you, is that no matter what, you know, stay in the moment and always believe that whatever you're doing, it's going to work out for you like you think it is. Because when you start having that doubt within yourself that you can't do something that you put your mind to, it does fuck with you. And it will probably be your biggest downfall. It will be the reason why you're not focused on what you're trying to do. So you always just gotta believe, like, no matter how things are going, that as corny as it sounds, and women, you know, women just want to hear you say it will be alright. But at a certain point, it does gotta get better. You can't just say it for, you know, 2 years straight and nothing's got better. But when things are really bad, things are down, she just wants to know that you have control of whatever and that everything will work out. Those things, it can at least buy you a couple hours, you know, you can have sex, you know, nut inside of her, and then after, then she'll contemplate. But it's never gonna work out, and you're like, yeah, probably. But you can just say, everything will work out. I know that's like kind of a fucked up example, but I don't think there's coyotes in the other day, is there? But things will always work out for you. When you have that mentality, this is my point of view on it. I think when you have that mentality, it just makes it easier. It's kind of like you're lying to yourself for a small period of time, because sometimes you got to be delusional. Even when everything says this is not working out for you, bro, you got to be delusional and be like, but it will. You know, there's a beauty to that. Because action is always better than inaction. And something that earlier, I'll say this, when I was doing, I've been looking at this past Monday. It's Wednesday today. I was like, this week I'm going all in on trading, bro. Like, I am locked in. When I see this, execute. When I see this, execute. Have that confidence. And it's like, you start telling yourself Monday, you know, things are kind of high priced. Let me wait. And you tell yourself, let me wait. Let me be patient. Let me wait. Let me wait. And then you do nothing. And then Tuesday comes. You do something early on. You take a small profit just to feel good about yourself. But it didn't really move the needle. It didn't change anything. And then you don't trade the rest of the day. Then today, I'm sitting there looking and looking. I'm waiting and waiting for the absolute perfect moment. And I'm just like, the more I'm thinking, the more like I feel it. Like, not stressed, but I feel it. I'm like, bruh, stop being a pussy. You know, sometimes you gotta tell yourself, stop being a pussy. I'm telling myself, just do it. Accept it. Like, whether you, like, trust everything you're seeing. Because all the times that you didn't do it, when your mind said, just do it, it would have worked out for you. But then you're afraid, what if the one time I do it, it doesn't work out? I missed out on 5 opportunities that would have, and then I decided to be the idiot to choose the one time, and it didn't work. And I said earlier today, I'm like, you know what? Fuck the analysis. Fuck the chart. Fuck what's going on now. I'm entering it. I'm entering a position. And I don't even care what happens the rest of the day. I'm holding it overnight. And it's not even about, it does not matter if it wins or loses. It does not matter if everything goes a complete wrong direction. I was tired of sitting there and missing out. And there's something like, you need to be disciplined. You need to be in control, but also sometimes you just gotta like Leave it up to the gods, man. Stop like looking and looking. Just trust it. Place it. Place the order in. Have the position. I placed the order like 1:30 when I was at the gym. As I was stretching, I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm tired of like looking to see if it's here. Is it at this level? Is it at this price? I'm only gonna get it at this price because I want it to. I'm like, no. Get into it. You believe it's gonna go here? Get into it. And I guess we're gonna find out. Because I've been saying since the beginning of this week, I'm like, this one stock, the UVIX, the volatility index. I'm not gonna get into the trading shit, but like, I'm gonna use it as an example of like, I've been seeing it. I've been seeing the same pattern. And I just gotta continuously remind myself, it will work out for you. It will. Being wrong in the moment, is better than pretending, than giving yourself pats on the back for mentally being right about something you didn't do. Being wrong about something that you tried is better than being right about something that you never even put your foot forward in. There is nothing worse than when you, see, if I would have did X, Y, and Z, I would have made X amount of money. Well, you didn't do it, so it doesn't really fucking matter. You can have your Monopoly money and, you know, put it in your gooch and rub it together. I don't know, wipe it. But I'm at the point where I'm just like, I'm so, the scarcity mindset. And I think what it kind of reflects is when you are in a scarcity mindset, is you are actually, by not placing it, by not placing the trade, by not placing your analysis on the line, you are losing money anyways. Like, you have no money, bro. By holding on to that amount of money, it's not doing anything for you. You can always wait for the absolute perfect opportunity. And chances are there's no such thing as the absolute perfect opportunity. Because with things like the markets, with things like life, with things like, you cannot predict what's going to happen tomorrow. I cannot predict what's going to happen overnight. But I've noticed in my history, my biggest wins in my trading history have been when I stopped fucking with it. Most of my biggest trades are when it was held overnight. I realized about that about myself. I would rather just lose something that I had no control over what happened than try to sit here and control what's in front of me all fucking day and stressing myself out. I'd rather place a trade to come out here, record a video, and accept what fate has for me. That's what I've realized about myself. Assume that everything's gonna work out, because at least you're making progress of finding out, is it gonna work out? When you never actually place that action, you never at least find out. So, I'm leaving it up to, you know, Iran and Trump, you know? If you go to war, I'm gonna make a lot of money. If you don't, you know, not. But the point of all that is always believe that things will work out for you is not just in life. It could just be in the moment of a specific decision. Assume that you and your girlfriend or your boyfriend are gonna be fine. Assume it. Always assume that even if this relationship with this person doesn't work, you will be fine. They will be fine. Assume that. Assume that no matter what happens, everything will be alright. That's not a, and people will say, oh, that's just passive. You're trying to relinquish control. You can only control your part. You can't control the other part. You can't control what someone else does or doesn't do. You can't control what happens overnight in world global issues that could affect your position in making money or losing money. You can't control it. Once you just relinquish that control, you give yourself a chance to actually move forward. Because at least you know. I would rather wake up tomorrow and that $46 position I have be worth $5 than to have held on to it and held on to that money, have no position, then overnight that $46 position is now worth $150 or $200. Because that mental drainage of being right about something mentally but never doing it hurts a lot more than being wrong about something and trying it. The idea of winning is more powerful sometimes than the actual reality of losing something. I love the idea of like, man, you know, I was so smart. I read this perfectly, but I didn't execute the plan. And to reflect that back to real world activities that doesn't involve a fucking, you know, stock market bullshit. I would rather just take a loss in real life and just keep trying and trying and keep losing and losing than to sit there in limbo, look up and be like, yeah, the idea is fun, the idea of something's cool, but you never actually do it. And, you know, the video and the quote of believe things will always work out for you, I think it is more than just believing that you're going to become so successful at what you're doing, or believe that everything's actually going to work out the way you envision it. It's just accepting that in order to find that out, you've got to do the process. You got to try. You got to take a bunch of losses along the way, literal or figuratively, you know. I think just believing things will work out for you, it makes you free. I think that's the thing. It creates freedom in you. I am not, like, I feel so good not being a pussy and selling that position. Even though I have no clue based on it. Could, like, just decay and be worth nothing. But I am happy that I just like, fuck it. Because I am tired of trying to hyper control everything. I've done a lot of the work. I just need to see if the work is actually going to pay off. And I would rather find that out than to sit here and hold on to something for the idea that it might. So, you know, it's interesting times, man. Just believe that everything will be alright, and you'll be alright. Yeah. I think I'm gonna wrap it up there, you know. Yeah. I think I'll wrap it up there. That was this edition of Socially Inept Thoughts. My name's Clint. If you guys could like, comment, subscribe, engage, share, spread the channel, man. I really like what I'm doing here. I'm just now getting back into it, man. I'm not gonna lie. It's been hard to like come up with new ideas. That's the problem when you take some time off, like a week. I'm talking about like a week here. Like, and I was in such a flow, man. Like, it was like boom, boom, boom. I just come here, even if I had ideas or not, I'll just boom. I'm like, I feel like I'm overthinking. I feel like the stress of everything is starting to come in, of outside world. But then when I'm here, it's just like, it's beautiful, man. So yeah, if you guys could, please share this channel. It would mean a lot. I'm at 41 subscribers now, man. It's pretty cool. In 2 months at 41 subscribers, my goal is hopefully get to 100 soon. I don't have a date for that, but let's get a road to 100 subscribers. So yeah, without further ado, have a great day, morning, night, evening. Meep, meep.